Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, iZotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use iZotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? iZotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com. Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, iZotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use iZotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? iZotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com. If cutting-edge synths and studio-quality effects are your thing, they are, right? Our friends over at Native Instruments have a deal for you. The complete 14 Select collection contains 18 premium instruments and effects, 8 expansions sound packs, and more than 15,000 sounds. Legendary vintage synths, sampled percussion, pianos and organs. There's even a sampled Rickenbacker 4003 bass. Put a little round reverb in there, add some replica delay. I smell a hit. Go to nativeinstruments.com and use the promo code PODCAST to save 50% on Native Instruments' complete 14 Select software bundle.
Hey, it's me, Edward Allen Peterson.
And it's me, John Frederick Kiltica, Ed.
How are you, John?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. You've kind of been growing out the beard, and so it's diminishing the look of the stash, and I'm not stoked about that right now.
That is pure laziness.
Sloth-based grooming.
Yes.
Here in beautiful West Seattle.
Yeah.
That's where we record the High Gain podcast.
That's right.
It's a weekly podcast about guitars.
Oh, yes. That is what we talk about.
Yeah, watershed moments in history related to guitars.
Ooh.
Or just stuff.
Watershed moments in history.
Don't you think so? Sometimes we do that.
Well, if we don't,
we should. You know, you go back through countless episodes, 260 plus, and a good half of them have like some history stuff.
How'd you like that last episode, our 5-year memorial episode?
Oh, man.
That's pretty good, right?
I watched Out of Time last night. Denzel Washington. The reason I bring it up is because, you know, spring is coming.
Yeah.
And he was rocking polo shirts tucked into dad shorts, longer length dad shorts. Man, he was pulling it off. People should strive to be more like Denzel.
Denzel can pull off anything.
I'm trying to imagine myself in like almost knee-length shorts and a polo shirt tucked in with a belt.
I want to see you do that.
Okay.
And I want you to wear the Uggs.
Yeah.
Can you commit to that?
Before the end of the summer, I will come up here in shorts and Uggs. Yes.
Polo shirt tucked into the shorts. With a belt.
You are asking for a lot. As much as I want to be Denzel, I'm just not.
Well, we all need aspirations.
Yeah.
Goals.
Sure. What do you got there?
I've got a Gretsch Country Gentleman, Ed.
We've done these before, haven't we?
We have not. I had to search our own site.
To see if we had?
Yeah. I'm sure we've talked about the Country Gentleman.
Absolutely.
No end. But I don't think we've taken a dive into it.
Yeah.
This one is from 1966.
An old boy.
And this is in an extremely rare black color. We got this from Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank at Thunder Road Guitars?
ThunderRoadGuitars.com, yeah, the very same.
I love that place.
His theory is that this might actually be a custom order from the time.
Oh, okay.
Somebody in 1966 asked for a black one.
Ed Peterson traveled back in time and got the perfect color for Ed Peterson in 2023. Beverages.
Beverages, Ed.
Whatever that pedal is, start that again and just do that beginning thing. Oh my God. I just want to sit here for the next half hour and just hear that.
Isn't that great?
What is that?
That is the Boss SY200 synthesizer pedal.
That is killer. Turn some preset knob on it.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my God. It's The Who. I'm just kind of watching you as you're playing. Man, it seems like the tracking is just spot on.
Really good.
Yeah. Sold.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I got a black coffee in a crow mug.
It was me that forgot about the beverages this time.
I heard that thing and,
I'm pleased to announce.
Yeah.
It appears as though Ed has made me one of his Juicy Boy
Boys.
beverages. I'm going to take a sip out of this.
Okay.
It's fruity. That's good.
Okay.
It's peppy. There must be ginger in it.
There's ginger. Yeah.
It's citrusy because it's got that tang. It's a rust color. Very industrial.
Sure.
Yours looks like split pea soup.
There's some dandelion greens in mine.
Out of the backyard?
No.
Well, it's delicious. Thank you for making that.
You're welcome. What about this guitar? It's got a Bigsby on it?
It's got white binding top and bottom on the neck around the headstock.
Yep.
It has two pickups. One is a Filtertron, and the other one is what's called a Supertron 2 in the neck.
They look so cool. You got the 12 pole bangers on the Filtertron.
Yes.
And then you got kind of bladey boys.
Yeah, blades on the Supertron.
Yeah. Are those switches in the back? What are those?
Have you ever seen guitars where you could pull the lever and a mute pops up under the strings?
Sure.
This is a split mute. If I flip one, it mutes just the lower strings.
What? Where's the mute? Oh, it's there. I couldn't even... Oh, that's wild.
This mute is old, so it doesn't really come up all the way or in a way that you would like.
Yeah.
I think that's fallen out of favor. Like, use your hand, dude.
Is that a Country Gentleman thing?
No, it wasn't on all the models of the Country Gentleman, and there were a lot of them.
Yeah. I've just never seen it with the two levers.
Yeah. Up on the top horn is your normal switch. I'm listening to the neck pickup. Now I'm listening to the bridge pickup. Now I'm in the middle.
Hit me with the neck again. I'm sorry.
You're probably noticing not a whole lot of a difference.
Yeah.
That is because the knobs down on the bottom are not tone knobs. They are volume knobs for each pickup. The switch next to the pickup selector switch, they call it the tone color switch. So if I want to go back up into
Necky boy. Oh, that's what I was like. That neck position is not so necky. That's necky. Okay.
Likewise, if I'm in the bridge and you're thinking, that's not real bridgy.
It's great.
Master volume on the lower bout.
Yep.
So once you have all that set, I got my master volume, I got my 2 pickup volumes
Right.
where I like them.
Right.
I hope nobody touches them
Yeah.
in between sets.
What?
Standby switch or kill switch.
Okay.
Now I can turn this off and unplug this and walk away because I'm going to get a beverage.
Sure. Huh.
Which is kind of cool because you can...
That's great. Yeah. Kill switches are rad. Yes. I loved it when Chet Atkins did that all day long with his fuzz pedal.
Chet was nuts for the fuzz.
I was looking and then the light hit and it's like, wait, those F-holes. Tell me about those F-holes.
Yeah, the F-holes are actually painted on.
Yeah.
A concern early on with Gretsch was feedback.
Sure.
On the original Country Gentleman, there were actual F-holes, and feedback was a problem, so they implemented what they called trestle bracing.
Okay.
The top vibrates, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the back vibrates. If they're vibrating at different frequencies, feedback.
Okay.
How are we going to fix that? Imagine little risers, little dowels, or little sticks propped up inside the guitar body between the top and the back, so they will vibrate sympathetically to cut down the feedback. I guess at some point they decided maybe that wasn't enough. Maybe when the rocks and the rolls came. Yeah, let's just paint on the F-holes and see if we can dampen that more.
Even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guitar was introduced, the Country Gentleman, in the Magic year, Ed.
58?
Yeah. It was introduced at NAMM in 57, but...
In production.
58.
Sure.
They even had old Chet Atkins there for it.
The eponymous Country Gentleman.
Yes.
That's the name of this guitar.
He chose that name because that was a song on his debut album.
Oh.
That was in 53, the first Chet album. So he shows up at NAMM, and they tried to market the hell out of it by saying, guitar star Chet Atkins will be in the Gretsch Guitar Room to greet you personally.
That's cool.
Yeah.
At NAMM in those days, probably not quite like modern NAMM. You probably could actually just go up and kind of kick it with Chet a little bit.
Chester Burton Atkins was born in 1924 in Latrell, Tennessee. He tells stories of growing up, learning guitar, figuring out that was what was going to keep him sane, focused, and healthy.
Oh.
He had severe asthma.
Oh.
Growing up poor, they couldn't really do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
They would set him up in a chair, a straight-backed chair, and he would sleep that way.
It seems like there are a few of these stories that start out with dudes in poor health going down the music rabbit hole because their health was not so good.
Yeah, I suppose if you're forced to stay indoors and keep your physical activity to a minimum, you could get good at chess, I suppose.
Oh, sure.
Or you could pick up an instrument.
Maybe both, but like next level chess players, those guys who play 50 games at one time.
Right.
They can visualize the game. Turns out those guys, their brains get a little cracked.
Oh, I wonder what it must be like then for the dudes that play chess boxing. Do you know about that?
Mm-mm.
You box for a round.
Oh.
And then you sit down at the chess table and make your next moves.
Okay.
And then you get up and box for a round. I got to think, if you suck at chess, then you're thinking, I got to knock this guy out because he's going to kick my ass in chess.
Sure.
Or if you're really good at chess, you're like, I just need to last in the ring enough rounds to beat this guy at chess.
Huh. Two combatants play alternating rounds of blitz, chess, and boxing until one wins by checkmate or knockout. Jeez. So you're playing to the death one way or the other.
Yeah. So Chet had to sleep sitting up in a chair, and he did that with his guitar.
Yeah.
He would often fall asleep that way, holding his guitar.
Mm-hmm.
He did that for the rest of his life.
Oh, no.
Fall asleep with his guitar.
Hopefully he was okay.
I think he was okay. He didn't leave us till 2001.
Oh, we lost him?
We lost Chet.
76, 77, something like that? That's a good beating the average run.
1953, his first album comes out, and it does so well that by 1954, he's on the early television shows playing behind other people and playing his own stuff. brings him to the attention of Gretsch. Oddly, he didn't really like Gretsch guitars. They were trying to get him to play them. I imagine back then, the 50s, if he's an ambitious young musician, he wants an endorsement. So finally they're like, well, how about this? What if you could design something that you, Chet Atkins, would like? Okay, I could do that. And he put a lot into it.
Okay. I wonder how far into development at that point the 335 was. You look at the Country Gentleman, and it's a thinner 335-esque kind of banger, right?
It is.
Yeah.
This, in fact, is Gretsch's first thin line depth body.
Also, the double cutaway on the horns.
It wasn't when it came out.
Oh.
In 58, this was a single cutaway.
Oh. Okay.
It did have the tone switch. By the way, some people derisively called that the mud switch. I think in the today times, people aren't going to mind that.
Yeah.
It was one of the first Gretsches to have the thumbnail fret markers.
Those are killer.
They played that for all it was worth at the time. They called this the neoclassic fingerboard. I don't know if it meant anything other than marketing. You see the 0 fret?
Sure.
Some people like it, some people don't, but they played that for all it was worth.
Yeah.
They called this the Action Flow fret nut. They say it's, quote, like playing air.
The marketing dudes, they got to earn their money somehow, right?
I guess so. How does it play? The ebony fingerboard's always really cool for me. It's nice. By the way, the 0 fret with a bone nut behind it, originally that nut wasn't even bone, it was metal. But I guess whatever you put behind the fret, is that really even going to matter?
I don't know.
This thing does sound nice.
Great.
It's lovely. 1961 is when they switched to the double cutaway. They put the standby switch on there.
Okay, so it didn't have everything that this thing has in the initial years.
No.
In the day, this thing was probably a whole lot more blingy than it is now because the gold is worn down. It was probably pretty fancy gold looking.
Yeah.
And now it's aged. It looks really cool.
The specs from the time say 24 karat gold plated.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Do you think?
Sure. Why not?
It sounds just great by itself, but then also when you put anything on it, put something more subtle. I'll put just some overdrive. It just holds up.
Sure. Give me some VHS sounding like Weirdy Boy.
So, Ed, you want to guess how much this thing was when it first came out in 1958? Or how much this one was in 1966?
66.
Okay, $1966.
I'm going to turn the tables. What do you think the average house cost in 1966? New home in the U.S.
I know what my parents paid for the house I grew up in 65.
Okay.
15?
Average house in 66 was 21. Average income, 1966, 7,700.
Wow. Hit me with the math. How much is that per month?
$600 a month, something like that.
Okay, well, there you go. $600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
With that as your gauge.
Oh, sure. $600 is a monthly salary, roughly. And I'm going to go $452.
That's not bad.
Okay.
It was $595.
Average household in the U.S., this thing's going to set you back 1 month.
No wonder everybody was buying everything on time. All the time.
Yeah.
Who's affording this?
Yeah. What is that today, right? That's the next question.
Yeah.
Today dollars, this thing was like a $3,600 guitar.
$5,700.
Oh my God. Star Trek premiered in 1966. That might have had something to do with the price. 66, the Monkees started.
You know who played a 12-string country gentleman?
Eddie Van Halen.
Michael Nesmith of the Monkees.
Is he the one whose mom made Whiteout?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we lost him?
I think we did. Yeah.
Oh, man. We lost Peter Tork, too. Man.
Those Monkees are dropping like monkeys.
Peter Tork, keyboardist and bass guitarist for the Monkees. Davy Jones, I think we lost him a while back, right?
Man.
Teen Idol. How's that juice? It's great, isn't it?
Snappy.
Yeah.
Woo! This thing does all the cool sounds.
Yep.
That is the history of the Gretsch Country Gentleman.
Great.
You gotta try it. Try and decide. Is it hello or goodbye? Buy or deny?
Most importantly, Ed,
Yeah.
it's black.
Mm.
Double cutaway,
Mm-hmm.
thin line body.
Mm-hmm.
The Gretsch Country Gentleman. Buy or deny?
I'm going to say deny on this one.
Ah,
Yeah. What about you?
I say buy.
Okay.
I think it's a great thing to have. Maybe get a more contemporary model.
A lot of vintage guitars you play, you like go to hit a switch and it just does nothing. This thing seemed mechanically pretty dang solid.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah.
So I call it a buy.
I don't think I would utilize 2/3 or more of the switches and knobs that are on this thing. Just stylistically, I think if I were going this route, there's a lot of other options out there.
That's true. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
We should take some pictures of this.
You think?
We can let the viewers decide.
I'm going to post a picture of this thing today so people will know in the future times and they listen to this episode. And hold on, John. Hold on. Don't move. This is like right now. Ed just took that picture.
We'll take lots of pictures.
Yeah, where are we going to put them?
We're going to put them on Instagram. That seems to be where everybody's going.
Yeah. Go check out Ruinous.
Joe and the fellows over there.
I love it.
Okay, let's come back next week. Maybe do it again, huh?
Sure.
All right, then.
Why not?
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Ed.